Incision is a game in early access at the time of making this video, and that means it's subject to change, but I think there's enough here to give it a rundown. Now, there's only one phrase I can use to describe this game, and it ain't even from the dev: knee deep in meat. That's the caption that Omega Von Doom of Steam has titled their artwork. Also, it's the only artwork posted to the community hub, and it wonderfully illustrates Incision. Let's take a look at the Steam page. Incision is a brutal, fast, merciless blast from the past inspired by the godfathers of the first-person shooter genre, such as Doom, Quake, Blood, and Shadow Warrior. If these games don't ring a bell, then you must not be familiar with the history of first-person shooters, and I'm not confident enough in my ability to lecture you about them. I really couldn't do them justice. So I'll leave that to some better YouTubers. Incision offers an experience that demands skill and focus from its player, and rewards them with intense carnage that will paint the town red. Nice, very metal. Yours is a simple job: cut, shoot, burn, and decimate it all to stop the growth. Mercy is weakness, hesitation is death. Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. How about we see some gameplay? Now let's give you the rundown of Incision. So you wake up in hell, and the first thing you think is, where's the nearest shotgun? Well, hold on, we gotta take a look at your kit first. You got a double jump, a kick, a melee weapon, and a good old-fashioned Western-style Magnum. I think the Magnum has random bullet spread, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's fine. Now come on, I'll show you to the shotgun. Kick is Q, by the way. Kick down the wall, and now all you gotta do is put some chicken flavor and seasoning on it, and boom, instant shotgun. With your newly found quad shotgun, you can mow down these flesh metal freaks like blades of grass. Also, press the right mouse button. Go on. See what it does. That's right, there's alt fires. You see, if you're not familiar, alternative fires add more depth to a single weapon and can often be very creative. Incisions are basic, but powerful. Only two really change the behavior of the weapon. Those are the submachine gun and Kitty. We'll talk about Kitty later. You want to see what the revolver does? Yeah, it gives anything the size of a refrigerator or smaller, meaning it can one-shot everything in the first level with proper timing. This could constitute a different behavior of the Magnum, but it's only increasing the damage of the bullet, not making it explosive. Go on and grab the submachine gun in this room. It sorta looks like a Sten and can lob incendiary bombs. Nothing quite beats barbecuing monsters. I should call the boys over for a cookout. Let me introduce you to the enemies you'll be fighting here. The stormtrooper-looking soldiers and these horrifying crawler things are pretty straightforward. They shoot at you. But the other two you gotta watch out for. These turrets will vaporize you if you don't respect their sightlines. They're not hit scan, but they will do a surprising amount of damage. And the overcoat-wearing bastards wielding the buzzsaw will throw a ricocheting saw blade that persists just long enough for you to walk into. Believe me, it's happened to me like twice. Now let's go to the next level. Excuse me. Rust Organs is a solid second entry with tight corridors and small rooms that eventually open up to a final arena. If you're being a nosy little bugger and searching for all the secrets, you'll have found every weapon that Incision has to offer before even finishing the second level. There's 2 new enemies to kill here. I'll call this guy Buckethead, and the other one is Clyde, a heroin addict. Clyde's former occupation as a stockbroker led him to a life of copious amounts of drug abuse. His wife and kid had to leave him. Now all he wants to do is share his dirty needles with the rest of the world. Clyde still looks cool as hell though, I tell you. Personally, my favorite design. So now we've come to the first boss and... oh. Another new enemy. This thing likes to dash around and shoot bolts of fire at you. I haven't gotten a name for it. Yeah, second coolest design. Okay, boss time. Where is it? I thought there was a boss here. Or maybe I took a wrong turn at... holy shit! Barrel's got 3 attacks. Rockets, persisting flame vomit, and a ground slam. Make sure you're in the air for that one. Alright, let's take him down. I bet you weren't expecting this, huh, tough guy? Also, yes, the ammunition is measured in yards. Yeah, take that, you balding, no-leg-having Terminator wannabe. Now sit here and think about what you've done. Alright, let's go. Blood totems and filth pit buff up the scales a bit. The vision of Incision is getting bigger now. Hold fast with that trigger, because these disheveled levels are both expanding and demanding your attention, making for killer retention. Was that cool? No? Well, at least I can cross SoundCloud Rapper off my list of career options. Also, that disheveled part isn't supposed to be a dig, it just rhymes with level. You'll find a new weapon in blood totems. It's Kitty. Now I bet you're asking, what does Kitty do? Well, I'm glad you asked, esteemed viewer. Allow me to show you. It shoots bombs. These bombs will bounce off the floor, attach to a target, and detonate them into giblets. Feed Kitty the giblets. Kitty's alt fire is the most unique as it allows you to control a flying saw blade wherever you aim. Happy hunting. Nerve End is gonna have the most enemies you've fought up until now. It's getting heavy. So grab the minigun if you don't already have one. You're gonna need it. You also get to meet the Spider Popes. Spider Popes are bitches. By now you've noticed a change in the environment. It's no longer hot metal, but cold stone. Damned things took place here, at the behest of a cult striving to achieve visceral enlightenment. But none of that matters now. Not while you're so close to ending it all. Beryl comes back, trying to halt your advance. How foolish of him. We've already done this dance. Now walk through the door unto salvation nevermore. Incision is the mission. This you've known. Now you face. Did that sound cool? I know I crossed off SoundCloud Rapper, but I was writing it up and thought it might be epic. Can't say I feel the same way about this boss fight. I'll show you what I mean. Let me go on a bit of a tirade. So the routine of this fight is to KO the 4 pillars so the boss becomes vulnerable and you can do damage. Rinse and repeat 3 times and boom, the boss dies. I think the routine is fine. The only problem I have with this fight is the pillars themselves. The first, I repeat, the first attack they throw at you is this rocket attack. You think, no big deal, I'll just dodge them. Wrong answer. These things got a yield of a fucking Moab, and after you die, you'll think, well, how the hell am I supposed to dodge that? Jump pads, my friend. Jump pads. The height of the jump pads should give the rockets enough clearance to pass under you if your timing is good. Then start tearing those pillars down with the minigun. To iterate, this one attack just feels unfair, because you get hit out of nowhere, but that's really all I have to complain about the fight. The other two attacks are a volley of explosive beams and a slow yet devastating flamethrower, and they are much more fair and fun to evade. Now wipe those pillars off the board, kill the boss, and boom, you're finished with episode 1. Stay tuned for episode 2. Incision is special to me. It's one of the first games I risked buying on my own accord. Usually I buy games because of YouTubers or the overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, but I took a chance with Incision, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's not the pinnacle of boomer shooters, and it has its flaws and some design choices that I dislike, but Incision is competently made, I believe, and that deserves respect. I almost forgot to add an opinion about the music. I'd say it's good. It sounds very metallic, not only is the genre, but the sound. Also, I really appreciate the acoustic shift of the end credits. This twirls your expectations at the very last second, and it's very welcoming to hear. It's $15 in early access, and is subject to change. Some of you might not want to spend money on an unfinished title, and that's fine. However, Incision has a few bundle options that give a small discount, one of which includes Dusk. If you know anything about boomer shooters in 2018, you know the hype of Dusk. Highly recommend getting a bundle. Show Smooth Brain they're appreciated. Or don't. You shouldn't let a stranger tell you how to use your money. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for sticking around to the end. Have a good one.